Mr. Ade in the UK, good morning to you. Sorry for, the delay. Please go ahead now.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Don't worry. Good morning, Dr. Harry. Good morning to your guest.
Yes.
Morning.
My comment is, I want first of all to thank the House of Reps. Good job that they are doing about the concern of citizens of Nigeria. So I give them kudos. Number one, Mefele knew there's a law in the SDN Act that says, even though Naira is no longer tender, you can take it to the CBN to change any time. No time is there. But he was 17 when he went to the president. Then when Adodogo appointed that pay to him, he said, okay, now you can take it back anytime you want. I mean, we, over 2 billion in overseas diaspora, people take money to change when they come to sell and tax it. He didn't even care about us. He just do order anyhow. I'm not against it. So the way they arrange everything is wrong. So, and only El-Rufai is correct, but people working against Asiwaju, because if you see what is going on now, you can figure it out. So this is, I think, there's some cabal. You see him using him about these people. Nigerian people are suffering. A friend of mine has 500,000. I have 200,000. Can you imagine America and Germany everywhere all over like that? That say, okay, when we come home, we use the Naira. Don't give what I say, it become useless. What's a country like that? We are changing our money next year. For another 2 years again, you can see spend the money.
Fine.
So I thank God will appoint you, Dr. Yori. God bless you.
Thank you very much for calling in, Mr. Ade. So this allegation by Governor El-Rufai of Kaduna that there are forces within the villa that are working against the presidential candidacy of the APC, flag bearer. It's worrying. And, just before this, if I'm not wrong, that video that I'm quoting from was as of this morning.
Right.
So even before then, there had been people who had been saying that the president was lukewarm about his efforts in campaigning. So I don't know, maybe some actions have been taken to sort of address that. But going back to what, first of all, brought this to this wide public sort of notice is when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the APC, said in Abeokuta on a campaign run that he said it in his own way, but the long and short of what he was saying was that there's a shortage of fuel, there's a shortage of new notes, and he was implying by what he said after that it still would not be a disadvantage to them. That is how sure he felt about his support base. So that was the second time. You remember, and now following what he has said, well, it might be a coincidence, but within days, we now begin to see some movements all over the place to show that it's not as bad as all of that. I remember his first Abeokuta coming. You remember? That was the
Emilokan.
Right. But I have another caller from the UK. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Uncle Yori, and good morning to your guest over there.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Olufemi, for calling in. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much. Just a short one. I'm personally disappointed with the president's body language. The president has allowed so many nonsense to take place. How can your party be involved in an election at this point in time, and you allow the redesign of the currency and all this kind of nonsense, and the man still have the audacity to come to you, the man who wanted to contest for the presidency, who paid 100 million, and still have the audacity to come to you, sir, and we extended 10 days. The president should be, this is a president that cried 3 times on telly and fought for this position. He got that to the presidency and he went asleep. It's totally disappointing. We are disappointed in President Buhari. I am a fanatic of APC supporter. But the body language is not speaking volume. It's so annoying that the presidency will allow his party, whether you like it or not, I want to say he's complicit in all this. You know, he might not agree with me. We, the supporters, were hungry.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. But
it's okay. Let me just leave it that way. Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Olufemi. There are those, of course, who, being very close to both the presidency and those forces within the presidency allegedly working against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There probably is plenty of room for them with their knowledge to say that, guys, you know what, the president is being misunderstood. Maybe our communication could be better. I don't know. Because I can't sort of fathom a situation where President Buhari will be against the candidature of Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of his own party. In fact, the president has said that, he has said it in the past, and I've quoted that before, at least paraphrased it, so that we are fortunate, we are blessed, we are lucky to have Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a, but in spite of that, you see that there is still anger because it is felt that he hasn't been as vigorous as he might have been. Maybe people are looking for some sort of payback in the sense that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was quite busy, quite vigorous, quite enthusiastic about the president's campaign. He was virtually leading it. And now it has come for my turn. It is felt that, I'm not getting my just dessert. Somebody else in the UK. Okay. We have another caller coming in from the UK. Please go ahead. Johnson, Mr. Johnson.
Hey. My name is Johnson. Yeah.
Good morning, Johnson. Please go ahead.
Obvious. Yes, good morning. Good morning. It's very obvious that he wants to be the president. And what Rufai said is glaring. Okay? Good morning. Can you hear me clearly?
We can hear you. You just said that what Rufai said is glaring.
What Rufai said is totally plain. It's clear. And we are monitoring the stuff from UK, yes. And what Jagaban said the other day, people want to pick issue with it, but they fail to know that Jagaban is a complete politician. He knows what is really happening. They are doing, that is what Rufai open up and say now. They don't want Nigeria to move, and it's very painful that some elements, everything that is happening out there, instead of them to give this man the chance to rule and have a free and fair election, they are playing games. And they don't know that the games they are playing is going to affect children and even ourselves today. In a clean and fair election, clean and fair, everybody knows Jagaban is going to win. But the element in the government, yes, Tinubu knows it. He has been in politics for over 3 decades. That's where they fail to know that he's a magician and he knows what he's doing. And the same thing, Rufai is a respected person. For him to voice out such a thing, surely he knew what is actually happening. And for Rufai is not a person that speaks anyhow. Take that note. Rufai says something that is things he knows and factual. So they need to know the pains of the people.
Yeah.
Again, with the lives of the people. That's my submission. Believe Tinubu.
Indeed. Well, thank you very much, Johnson, for calling in. And actually, I don't think we can refer to them as but another TV station, talking about Channels TV, and the program is Sunrise Daily. Right. You could go check out their website there. That's where Rufai spoke, and it's available there. So that statement that Rufai has said that there are people within the presidency, he's afraid of the fact that there are people within the presidency who don't want Tinubu to win. And it's a very unsettling thing to be said by such a high up as El Rufai in the party's affairs. El Rufai, he says he speaks with the president one-on-one. And so he knows what he's talking about. He knows what was agreed. He knows agreements that were reneged upon as soon as the meeting, adjourned. And this is very, very worrying.
It is, and it should be. And for someone of El Rufai's status to have come out to actually corroborate that, it simply means it has gone into the peak within the system, within that setting. Yes. And it's more like this time around, we have to say it out. We have to be vocal about it.
Exactly.
Our voice needs to be heard.
Just like Tinubu decided that, look, politically correct and all of that is one thing.
Absolutely.
We have to speak out here. There are things going on that you guys don't know out there.
I was even going to say something about Tinubu's personality compared to our president's personality. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a vocal man. He goes for what he wants and he says it boldly. Our president is more of a quiet person. So their personality as well might make people to want to misinterpret even the body language of the president.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say...
It's possible.
So
it's possible.
It's not...
Because people have different styles.
Absolutely.
In fact, that has been said before.
Absolutely.
Let me bring on Mazi Okoroafo in Arochukwu. Good morning to you, Mazi. Yeah.
When we talk about Mazi Okoroafo, when we talk about the Jagaban of African politics, he has a lot for Nigeria. Just when we look at the manifesto today, that booklet, Nigeria should not have a Tinubu, but let them digest that booklet for Nigeria to know more what is happening. You don't need for too much talk. You won't at them. Now, my issue, this issue of currency, this swapping and not whether and swap or what. Please, after this, brother, can you just tell me the central bank? They should tell the banks to pay to honor people's checks. Since last week, bank refused, even as I'm talking to you, I just came out from the bank. They refused to honor a check. I don't want to mention the business. Just 30,000. That week was 6,000. Today, 30,000. They refused to honor. They say we should go back and go to and use ATM. And we are not using ATM. Now, we are doing transaction with an organization. You pay them with check. Then they are going to honor the check in the bank. They are telling that they are not honoring the check. That you should go back. Now, what do we do? Because it's very, very disheartening that you have a check, you go to the bank, so what do they want us to do? Please, authority concern, please, just tell the central bank, to tell the bank managers that they should honor people's checks. So workers are being paid with their checks because you may transfer money to a staff. They will come back and receive an alert. But with that check, everything shows that you have paid the person. So I don't know what they are making for. Now, the bank official, whether staff or manager or anything like that, I don't know what they are turning Nigeria to them. They are making the level of poverty in Nigeria to continue increasing and different direction. POS, no money. When the old currency and the new currency is not available. So what do we do? Do they want, when they start human beings corpse on the road, before they believe that Nigerians are suffering, do they want African Union to come, or ECOWAS to come, or United Nations to come and tell Nigerians to honor people's check and pay people their money? I don't know. Even the so-called new currency. Go to the ATM. It's not there. People are doing night vision. Tell people to come for worship center for night vision in the church. They will not come. But now they are not doing night vision at the POS spot. They will bring the money within 4 hours. The money, and human beings go to POS with 10 ATM cards. 8 or 15 in this country. And you with 1 or 2. To have access is a problem. Please, the government of African politics, please help me tell the central bank and federal government.
Okay.
Banks will start honoring check. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Only God knows what is going on because the man referring to the APC presidential candidate as Jagaban, reminded me of the rally that was supposed to hold in Niger State. As you know, he's Jagaban Borgu, and Borgu is in there.
That's correct.
And there now seems to be something going on within the party, and so that rally couldn't hold because, I don't know, the man has the title of Jagaban Borgu,
right?
And the stadium had been prepared and all of that until, word came through that, no, it's not going to hold. Wait for the divisional, campaign rally. So I don't know. Maybe they had felt that, look, whatever PR advantage was coming out of Jagaban Borgu being in Borgu, it's not going to happen. We don't know. All of these are speculative, but these things ought not so to be. It's probably the way people are looking at it if everything was above board and on the level. So Jagaban, certainly from his utterances, has come to the conclusion that there are forces working against him. He doesn't have to worry about opposition only.
Absolutely.
Even within his own houses,
absolutely,
his own house, they would appear to be the enemy within. Now, all of this, we started off wanting to talk about the conundrum of this currency swap exercise, but you can see how all these things just link into each other.
They're all connected.
Is there a Mike on the line? Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, good morning, Mike. Please go ahead. Mike in Sweden. Good morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to comment about what Erufai said about people in presidency being against Bola Tinubu.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a supporter of Tinubu. I'm not a supporter of APC. But what he said is actually truth. So you can't be in a party and you're working against the party. It is true that there are people in presidency working against Tinubu. It is actual fact. So nobody should deceive anybody. So there are people inside that presidency that does not want Tinubu to be president. Even the president himself does not want Tinubu to be president.
Okay.
It's just a fact.
I hear you, Mike, but I thank you very much for calling in, Mike. But again, we have to underline this with the fact that this is your personal opinion and it's coming from the signals that you are getting. We don't have any evidence, especially to the big one that the president, Muhammadu Buhari, doesn't want Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be president. We don't have any evidence of that. We've just said that it might. It's just that the way things are, people expect things to come in a certain way, to be smooth, to be straightforward, to be plain. But when you begin to say instead of saying yes or no, you begin to take 15 minutes to explain yourself, I guess, there are matters for concern. We've got to go now, but just wrap up if you would.
I mean, it's just talking about the football.
Yes.
We analyze as fans.
That's right.
But when you're on the pitch, it's a different ballgame.
I hear you. I hear you. That's a lovely one. That's a lovely one you put out there. It's different when you're in there as opposed to when you're observing from the outside. But El Rufai did say what he did say, that he believes that there are forces within the presidency working against the candidature of Bola Ahmed Tinubu because their candidate, again, paraphrasing his words, did not, win the primaries. So that's our program today. I want to thank Yemisi Ojeyomi,
thank you very much for having
financial analyst and entrepreneur, CEO of Cyprus Cedar Limited, for coming along this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's our program. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folane. Bye for now.
About this country, about what happened in the past and what we have today and things like that. So the quiz